Hello, daddies. Welcome back, everybody. Welcome to another episode of the Bad Dad Advice podcast. Still looking for a sponsor. Anybody out there want to get on one of the hottest up-and-coming podcasts about dad life, dad advice? Give us a call. Shoot us an email. We'd love to have your logo right here.
That's not where it would be.
That's not where it would be.
That's not where it would be.
Right there.
No, it'd be like right
Other side.
right
Other
over
side.
here.
Yeah.
Right here.
Now we're talking.
That's closer, yeah.
Let's get your logo right here.
I did want to say something to start. So obviously I'm Jaime, Robo, Abs and Trey over there. We had the numbers wrong. This is episode 25.
Yeah.
wow.
Hey.
Quarter of a century.
Wow, look at that. We are here. Look at that. The old
This is where we start monetizing it, right?
who's on the
Yeah, something like that.
who's on the quarter?
Who's on first?
Who's on the quarter? George Washington? The old George Washington episode. Is George Washington on the quarter?
I don't think so.
Do people use change anymore?
Yeah, I don't.
All I know
I haven't
is
had a coin.
I haven't
all I
looked at
know
a
is
coin in forever.
Benjamins. That's all
It's all about the Benjamins.
I just care
baby.
about Benjamins.
I haven't looked
Well, this
at
is
a coin
not
forever.
only is this the 25th episode, which I can't believe we made it past 4. This is also major announcement. The first episode where all 4 of us are actually fathers.
Oh, daddy likes.
Let's give a shout
Nice,
out. Let's give a shout out to my man,
Nice.
man Jaime right here.
Yeah, let's
New
go.
new dad. Congratulations.
Yeah. All right.
There it is.
Look at that. He becomes a dad, and all of a sudden he's good with all these transitions.
We're,
Yeah,
we're
that's it.
officially 1 week into the Jaime, Papa Jaime experiment.
Yeah, as the people out there would say, I'm in my dad era.
Is that what the people?
Is that what
say?
people say?
Is that what they say?
That's what people
Dude,
say.
that's pretty lit.
Yeah, I'm in my dad era.
Dude, that
No
saying,
cap.
that saying is lit. No cap.
No cap, bro.
What do the middle schoolers say?
You the op.
That shit. 100.
What is that?
You the op.
That shit 100.
It means you're the opposition. You the op.
Oh, dude, you did. Oh,
And they go
dude.
W Riz.
Is that like the Aki way? Make it the Aki way.
They all go. There you go. That's bussin'.
Don't forget the Bev.
That's bussin'.
That's bussin'.
All right. Well, let's get into some updates, then we can get into the real stuff, right? All right.
So, anybody got any updates?
Yeah, I've got an update.
Oh boy, do I have an update for you.
Somebody give me a mother flippin' update.
The only reason for those that watch this on YouTube, the only reason we play that is so that Robo can take a 12-second yawn before the first segment of the pod.
Twins is tough.
Is there a video?
Listen, I got some stuff to say about that.
Twins is tough.
I don't actually watch the YouTube video. I just listen to it on Spotify. Is there like a
Oh, it's a
image
nice
that goes?
graphic.
Oh,
Nice graphic.
I guess I have to look at that. I'm
Yeah.
sorry. I'll
got
check
all
it out.
kinds of graphics.
Watch it one time.
Well, I listen to it while I'm driving. It's mad entertaining
Just
in the
watch
morning.
it
on my
while
way to
you
work.
drive.
I think it's kind of like a weird fetish of mine to listen to myself talk on a podcast. I kind of dig, which is why
Can you take me further away from your fetish, please?
I kind of dig this.
I want me as far away from your fetishes
It's
as
not.
humanly possible.
It's not you three. I don't like. I think it's why I talk so much because I'm like, ooh, that is a smooth voice.
Ooh, I sound
Ooh,
good.
daddy
It's like
like.
sometimes I say things and I'm like talking to myself in the
Daddy
car.
likes.
Like I remind myself, like you're gonna have a great day today.
Sometimes when I listen back to the
Your
pod,
affirmations.
I listen to the first couple episodes to try to like fix things audio wise and like make sure everything sounded good. But I don't listen to every episode now. But when I do, I remember the episode and then I'm like anticipating the funny thing that I know is coming, and I'm like, I can't wait for Jaime to say that stupid thing. I'm gonna laugh so hard.
That's true. That's true.
Oh,
All
man.
right. So, what do you think, Abs? You want to start it off? Around the
Sure.
table?
Sure. I'll lead it off. I got a couple things. Few weeks ago, we had to take Kennedy to the cardiologist. She had to do a 1-year echo. She was born. She had a heart murmur when she was born, and so we went and checked it out right away. And it was the doctor came back and said it was a pulmonic stenosis, which basically means that the pulmonary valve in her heart, it has like a little flap in it that's supposed to like let the blood flow through or whatever. And it was working a little bit harder to get blood throughout her body. They said, I know. Thank you. I listened to the doctor when they talk about my daughter's heart. Yes, thank you. So we went back for a 1-year check. The guy said, the doctor told us originally it wasn't a big deal. It wouldn't be, as long as it didn't get worse, it wouldn't, kind of keep her from anything in the future. So we went back. It did not get worse. So he said everything's good. So we'll go back when she's 5. So no setbacks there. Other than that,
is that something that they're going to have to check like every 5 years or whatever, like throughout her life? Or is it like once she hits a certain age, it just kind of corrects itself?
I'll find that out when she turns 5. I don't know.
You
I know.
can ask
I know
that
that. I know that I will go back to the doctor when she's 5 years old.
I'll say murmurs.
That's the only time.
I'll say
That's all I know.
murmurs. A lot of the majority of the time, murmurs are fine. They don't do anything. It's just, as you can tell, like a lot of times when you hear extra things in the heart, it just can be a sign that something's wrong. This, any valve can get worse or better, but it's probably like you said, it's just going to keep checking it, make sure it's staying exactly the same. All that stuff.
Yeah. So he said sometimes he sees it go away, just like, but he didn't seem.
I was asking because like 5 or a 4-year span.
Yeah.
Seems like a long time span when you're talking about something with the heart.
Right.
Yeah, they don't change. They don't
Like-
change that fast.
Yeah.
Okay.
And
I just-
and
I-
paintball and
I don't know.
And paintball fields drain real well.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that makes sense.
They do.
The other thing this past weekend, I dealt with baby constipation for the first time. Sorry, Kennedy, when you're older and you're listening to your dad talking about you can't poop, but we got off of formula, so she's drinking just milk now, and so she's not really getting any water, which I think is causing some dehydration, or not. Well, I guess dehydration, but causing the constipation. So. But we got her some apple juice in her, and cut that with water, so it's tricking her to drink more water, and it cleared itself up in like 2 days. But
Is it because she doesn't like to drink water, or like what's it?
she doesn't like the water. Like it doesn't matter. You could put it in a bottle like where you put the milk, and as soon as she takes one sip,
Do you try Mick Ultra?
I'll give her. I guess I'll try one.
Wow.
It's a good pop.
I'm waiting on the day where he like struggles to get the tab.
Yeah, that'd be
open.
embarrassing. I prefer Bud Light, but Trey doesn't have any in his fridge.
But you're counting calories, so.
Trey doesn't have any in his fridge.
Yeah.
You think maybe you could, I don't know, bring a beer with you?
No, it's a magic fridge. It just shows up.
No, dude, New Year's resolution, dude. Debt free.
All right. Trey,
Ivy chugs water, by the way. This kid,
That's
like,
crazy.
he could, like, so much that, like, I feel like he's gonna like break his tooth when he like brings it up, like he's going crazy. Doesn't matter if it's like milk, water, whatever. We were at the UNF baseball game, and he was like chugging like a Diet Coke. He was like he needed something to drink like right then and there. He like grabbed a straw and he was like, we're going crazy. I'm like, dude, relax, man. You never even tasted it your whole life, and it's like your new favorite beverage. Jeez.
Yeah, I wish
So-
I could get her to drink more. I mean, we just got the straw thing figured out. We got all that going, but
Have you seen the sippy cup things that we got or no?
yeah, she can't figure those out. And you know what's
Yeah.
crazy? I can't really figure those out either. That you have to like bite it to get the stuff to come out.
marry a man like me dad.
I can't get it to work either. I got these figured out.
Dynamite drop it.
He needs pop tops for all his every vessel has to have a pop top.
Yeah, pretty much. That's all I can drink. out of.
My big update is, so we've talked about an essential or an underrated item as being the kids' playpen to keep them corralled. Ivy has now figured out that he can shake that fucker so hard that it will just break apart. So one of the things we took it apart, so it wasn't just like a full circle. It's like kind of like a semicircle, and it's tucked into a corner. And now he's already broken one off. He's like he shakes it so much that like all the things pop off, and he just starts laughing and because he knows like it gets your attention, and then you're like, dude, you can't do that. And then he's like, well, what are you gonna do? You put me in here as like a timeout, Or you put me in here to like. So what are you gonna do? Take me out to punish me? I dare you. I don't want to be in here anymore.
He's like a Wreck-It Ralph.
He's kind of.
I'm a Wreck-It.
So far, he's kind of got me cornered on this one. Like he can just keep doing it. There's really not a lot I can do.
Does he just like break it but stay in the confined space?
Like he just kind of breaks it, and then I'm like, dude, you
don't know what
gotta
happened.
like, dude, you gotta stop. And he just like laughs.
He stares at you.
And then I'll like pop everything together, and I'll go sit down. And he'll do it again, and he'll break the whole thing. Like, oh my god, man, you're crazy. Yeah,
You're crazy, man.
he takes all the stuff that he's got and just like throws it out of his playpen, like just Can we get a yawn count on Robo? I mean,
Who's
that's
yawning?
at least 15. Like,
I'm not yawning.
can
you're doing one of these?
Yeah.
it's still a yawn if you don't.
It's stretching my jaw.
It's still a yawn if you don't. He's stretching my jaw.
It wasn't a yawn. It was. It wasn't a yawn. It was a
He
yawn.
has a serious.
I got some
IHOP
TMJ
he has
over
a
here.
serious IHOP session later. He just stretch that.
stretching my jaw. Man.
Doesn't want to get it. Doesn't want to get a jaw cramp.
Relax, dude. Just tell your friggin' story.
Is it a yawn if you don't open your mouth, or does it only make it a yawn if you open your mouth?
I don't know. I wasn't yawning regardless. So.
Okay, I'm gonna watch you, and every time you do it now, I'm sorry, audience, but you're about to hear 57 interruptions because every time he does a fake yawn where he keeps his mouth closed, I'm calling it out. Okay, and that's my update. Go ahead, twin boy.
If we keep talking about yawns,
Oh
I'm gonna
my
start
gosh.
yawning.
So yeah, last week was an interesting week. Everybody, my in-laws and my girls and Emily, everybody got COVID. So everybody was sick and down for the count. I might have been the one that brought it home.
Yeah, I heard you were sick first.
I was sick first, but whatever I had was only 24 hours. And I literally tested for COVID just like on a whim 2 days later, negative. Everybody else tested positive. Didn't really affect my girls too much, which was nice because like didn't really want to have to deal with like the fussiness of being only 4 months old and being sick because they still kind of wake up through the night as the night goes. But yeah, everybody had COVID, man. So everybody's been sick. Emily's dad is still trying to get over it, and her mom just got over it. So had to work from home last week because we don't have a backup plan for any type of babysitting.
Plan
Oh.
B's.
Yeah.
You
No
gotta go.
backup plan.
You gotta take. It's a real far drive for you. You start taking the girls to Miss Donna. She does a good job. That's where I take Kennedy. She's so
we
sweet. that lady.
actually this scenario caused us to start looking a little harder at daycares for like 2025 because Emily's parents are like, hey, yeah, we got it, but like if this kind of thing happens where they
Right.
both get sick, they can't like they were like down for the count too. It wasn't just like, oh yeah, I have a headache, like I can figure it out.
Yeah,
Like
yeah, they couldn't
her
get it.
mom couldn't get out of bed, like she was sick, Emily was sick, so it was like we were like Emily and I were just like kind of taking shifts of like, hey, do you feel okay? She's like, yeah. I was like, I feel fine, but I can't physically take care of both babies while trying to work from home. Like it was very
Having parents as a backup is a lot better than them being the primary
Yeah.
Or the only.
or like
the only. Yeah, it was definitely a big eye opener to we need to find a backup plan or switch our plan entirely where it's like, hey, maybe let's take them to daycare and your parents are the backup. Like we don't know how exactly we're going to figure it out. That's still conversations we're trying to have, but we're waiting on like her dad to get over it. So cuz like right now he's still staying away and whatever cuz he's still sick. So we're trying to figure that out and navigate those waters.
My company has they'll like pay for a certain number of backup care days for a year. Like I get like 7 days a year or whatever. So like if I'm sick and whatever, and then I need help at home or my daycare closes or they send him home with pink eye or something that I get. And it was care.com was one, and now they've switched to another one. But that's starting to become a employer paid benefit because it's like, dude, what do you do?
But what is that?
Like
So
you can just book somebody to come and watch your kid.
Oh, really?
Interesting.
Oh, I
Care.com
didn't-
is one.
Yeah, I didn't know that was a. I didn't even know that was a
I
thing.
used Care.com last year
interesting.
a couple times, and then there's another company that I forget who they are.
So
but-
is it like a babysitter that you hire that comes to your house, or like you go, like how does that work?
Yeah, so the way we found our cleaning lady was on Care.com, but Care.com has like anything. So if you need whatever you need, you just go look in there. So you could look for just a babysitter. You could look for somebody to come and do a full day of like child care.
Yeah.
like as if they were as if it was like a daycare. Some people schedule their daycare just through care.com. So
Oh, wow.
basically whatever you need that's like a at-home personal kind of service.
Yeah.
And then so it's 7 days is not only just for childcare. We all like the benefit is also extends to like adult, like if you're taking care of an elderly parent or something or grandparent, that it would extend to that as well. So
Wow.
That's kind of cool. Yeah,
Cool perk.
I didn't
Yeah,
even
cool
know
perk.
that. I
Sounds
didn't
like
even
a
know that
good
was
place to
thing.
work.
Yeah.
it's a great place to work.
Well, like even without the benefit of work, like I wish I would have just known that, because it would have been nice
Yeah.
to like, because Emily was still at home, so
Yeah,
it's not
there are-
like
yeah, it
it's not like
exists. Yeah.
well, it's not like we would have been leaving the person by themselves with the kids, because that's still like it's still a new thing.
I
like
don't know how you would be like, hey, do you want to come? We got like 12
Exactly,
of us
yeah.
here. We all have COVID. Come on
everybody's
in.
sick, yeah. So
I don't
like
know how that would work.
yeah.
but I'm sure they. I mean,
How-
I'm sure they could do it.
How do they test babies for COVID? They do the nose thing just like everybody else?
Yeah.
Oh, fuck
They
that.
use a really small Q-tip.
They were both fine. They were just like, oh yeah, go ahead, whatever.
Oh,
They didn't even care.
fucking hated that, dude.
But yeah, everybody's over it except for Emily's dad right now. Emily's mom, I believe, tested negative either this morning or yesterday. She still kind of has a little bit of doesn't feel 100%,
Yeah.
but I guess the COVID is out of her system at this point. So
Stay positive, test negative. All right, Carl, what do you got updates on your side?
I got nothing.
Anything
You got nothing new?
I got nothing.
All right, great. Let's get into the game then.
Yeah. So yeah, I guess we get into it. As he said before, officially a dad now. So basically, we're filming this March 4th. Tomorrow is actually her real due date when she was supposed to go.
You had a girl?
No, Tiff's real.
Oh, her? Okay, I guess that makes sense. I thought you were on the baby. I was like, wait, isn't your baby a boy? He's already changed gender? What's going on right now?
Dude, it's the era that we're in.
Wait. When you talk about due date, you're referring to the wife's due date, not the baby's due date?
No, it's when you did it, like the due date.
Oh, no, that's the do it date.
It's the due date.
No, that's the done date.
What, birthday?
What?
he already done that thing.
You already did it. That was the did it.
Yeah,
date.
you're like the wife, or not the wife, the mother is due. The baby.
So is the baby.
Yeah,
too.
it's the same thing.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
so
thought
anyways-
you were talking about the baby.
So the baby was due to tomorrow from when we're filming today. Tiff went in for a check-in with her OB. This would have been, this is math. So this has been
might
like a
yawn.
week and a half ago or something like that. And she had started to have high blood pressure issues at like 36 weeks or so, but it was not a big deal. We just kind of eventually put her on bed rest. And this time we came in, they were like, it's like really high. We want to send you over there to get induced tonight. And we were like, no, we're not ready for this.
What?
So-
You told the doctor no?
Yeah.
We're not due for another week, dude.
Can you do that?
Well, it's a little different.
yeah,
Like
you
I told you, I work with all these people and stuff. So we like talk to them, and they were like, it would be probably the best thing to get over there, do some tests, and then, like he was basically the surgeon that I know. He came in, he was like, I trust you guys that like if something's wrong, you'll know and you'll actually come in. And I trust that.
Okay.
Told the doctor no.
I didn't know you were allowed to do that.
So he was like, but
Go to see a
he was
doctor.
like,
bro, you're fat.
Yeah.
No, I'm insulated.
no, but his
You have diabetes. Nah.
No, I'm
No
good.
chance. No chance.
yeah, but
Sir, your foot. We're about to cut it off. No, you're not.
that
I don't
you,
feel anything.
you actually can say that. But that's funny because they wouldn't say feel anything. That's funny.
You get it.
Yeah.
You got it. There you go.
Yeah. Anyways, so yeah, he was like the kicker was he's like, as long as you're willing to come in the next couple days and do this. I was like, yeah, can we come in? They don't usually do inductions on the weekend, but I was like, can we just like come in on Saturday? It'll help like with scheduling with the ORs and get everything ready. And they were like, yeah, we can make it work. So we got all of our stuff ready. We went in there. Tiff got her first check, her like cervical check, and she was only like 1 centimeter dilated. So he was like nothing. And
He's breathing into the mic. I'm trying to tell
I
him.
was
But he's
giving-
like,
oh, you gotta give him the
He
sign.
didn't give me the
You gotta
breathing
give him the
signal.
sign. Oh man, call back.
just
Sorry.
fucking move the mic. He's giving a monologue.
Sorry.
Yeah. So she was barely around, so they had to give her a drug to, prepare her for.
Hold on, Robo yawn right here. There we go. And
I'm not.
no, you're not. Yeah, because this is how you look.
Oh my god.
Well, that's how your face looked.
I'm interested in the story.
It's how your face looked.
All right. So
It's like when you yawn like that, like when you're in school, do you think that your professor is like, doesn't know you're yawning? Just open your fucking mouth and yawn. Why are you trying to close your mouth? Just open your mouth and yawn. It's story. It's great, but you're tired. It's okay.
we'd be
Back,
tired.
Back to your story.
So yeah, they had to give her a drug to prepare her for the actual labor. So they have to insert that one vaginally, and then it kind of helps get things going. So usually they give you like multiple doses of it. She got the first dose, and her body was like, "Oh shit, it's time to go." It's like started contracting, and they were like, "You got to stop this. Like, you're not anywhere near prepared to do this." So they couldn't give her any more of it. So this delayed everything because she had to just wait and wait and wait. Another funny thing, I talked so much shit about the reason we went to this hospital was like, oh, I work here, like I can go and stuff. I forgot my badge to get into all the access areas.
They didn't let you in the doctor's lounge?
I had to have Tiff's sister drive over there and bring me my badge so that I could actually feel like.
Wait a minute. They all know. You just said that you worked there, so you were able to tell the doctor no. Someone couldn't
You
scan
still have
you in?
no. I mean, there's not someone around every corner to be like, "Hey, I
Yeah,
promise I work."
How frequently did you have to get in there?
No, I think I agree.
No.
I think I'm going to side with Jaime here. You can't just walk around a hospital and just like get into any door you want to go
Hey,
into.
no, trust me, I work.
If you work there, you can.
Yeah, but certain
Right, but if he
people
doesn't
know
have a
me.
fucking
I don't work in
badge,
every
like-
part of the hospital.
Oh, but just find the people that know you.
What?
They were delivering Tiff's baby.
If you just like walked into the school with like no badge or anything, could you just like walk into any classroom and people wouldn't just say anything?
Straight
to
to jail.
Oh, 100%.
you? You can just walk anywhere you want. People don't know who you are. You're just like, I'm just gonna walk in, grab your apple. Thanks, Miss B. I'm gonna be out of here.
Yeah, 100%.
No,
You're-
get the fuck
You're
out of here.
fucking.
They know.
All right.
They know who I am.
Yeah, do you get
So yeah, I got my badge
over
finally,
yourself.
and things were good. But so yeah, because of this, and they also like whenever Tiff got up to go to the bathroom, her blood pressure would spike. So they were like, "Guess what? Now you can't get out of the bed anymore." Ooh. So starting at like 3-4 hours in, they were like, "Yeah, you can't get out of the bed anymore." So she was like going and going and going. We got through the whole first day with nothing. Started the second day, started to get a little bit somewhere. Her blood pressure got worse, so they had to give her some medication to try to bring that down. And when it was finally time to like, okay, we're getting somewhere. We're going to start this drug that's going to actually start the labor. She got even worse. Like her blood pressure spiked like really, really high. So they had to put her on magnesium, which is something that helps stop like preeclampsia and stuff like that. Made her like super sick, like vomit immediately. Like she said that the whole time she was on it, she was like, I felt like I was the drunkest I've ever been in my life. Like wild.
cool.
She also had
some of that.
she also had multiple IVs blow. So
What does that mean? You texted that the other day. You said IVs blow. What does it mean for an
dude.
IV to blow?
when
Dude,
they like
Shrek
stop
does.
working and the vein kind of blows, so you can't give any fluids through it.
Dude, that
So they gotta
happens.
pop
That
it out and
happens to
put-
Strack every time we go to the doctor. She says, "Don't put the IV in my hand," because like I guess the veins in her hand look really good, and every time they do it, they blow the blood vessel.
So they
And
had
they're
to
like, "Oh,
find
yeah,
a
we
new
can't do
vein.
it."
To start
Yeah,
try
they
to-
just got to start a new IV.
Yeah.
But at that point, after the first one blew, she had been on cleared liquids for 12, 24 hours.
Jeez.
So she had like no veins. So then we had to get my anesthesiologist buddy who I had come in and do her epidural. It was funny. He didn't screw him up, but he did have to try a couple times to get the epidural in. So he felt really bad.
That's pretty normal though.
But yeah, and she's also really tiny. I told him, I was like, you did all your stuff.
Isn't that like super dangerous with the epidural because it's like in your spine and stuff? Isn't that?
No. I mean,
Oh.
there
It's
is
not
risk,
dangerous?
obviously, but like, no, we do them all the time.
pretty common.
I remember when we did the epidural for Janie. It was like the lady was like, "You need to sit right in front of her and you hold her and do not let her move an
Well, yeah,
inch
the
like
the problem is if
she
you go
will-
too far, you're not going to like damage anything unless you really like get in there
Oh.
and do crazy stuff. But you can get these things called post puncture headaches because the needle's really big. Like
Yeah.
the needles we use to go in the spine are really small. So these ones, if they go in there, they leave a big hole, and then your CSF kind of flows, and it'll make you have headaches. It sucks. But yeah, she didn't feel the after tries because he dosed her up real nice with the first one. So her like whole right leg went like completely useless. She like her left, she felt all of the things that she could feel on the left side the whole time. Her right side was just like dunzo. Couldn't move anything.
After the first attempt.
After everything.
Oh, after everything.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Let me see. What else we got? I don't want to make sure I don't miss anything. Yeah. So she's doing all this stuff, going and going. She ends up being in labor for 36 hours.
Oof.
Yeah, almost.
Yikes.
And that's 36 hours of no food, not like broth and water.
Holy
and like
shit.
It's got to be pretty tough for you too, right? Like your Switch, you're playing video games, probably died, right?
Yeah. So yeah. But also like I
You
didn't
ran out of peanut butter pretzels.
I didn't eat
No
or
snacks,
really
right?
sleep the whole 36 hours too, because I was like the adrenaline was going and I felt bad eating when like she could eat. So I lived off of like whenever she had her broth, I would eat my like cashews and goldfish that I had in the room.
You know, that's what Robo said too, that he felt bad about eating while Strack was in the hospital. But then I think I remember it came out. He didn't miss a meal.
I feel bad about leaving.
Oh, for anything other than food.
I didn't feel bad about eating.
I didn't feel bad about the mission. I just felt
yeah.
bad for.
You gonna finish that?
Yeah. Like,
Yo, can I try that?
didn't feel bad about eating.
Yo, I never had hospital lasagna. Can I try that?
Yeah. So
But for the 36 hours, for those that have maybe are watching this that don't have kids, I don't know why you would, because we're giving pretty sound advice. She's not pushing
no.
the whole 36 hours. So what's the 36 hours like for you guys, and who's in and out? And
We're
what's it?
literally just sitting there for probably 34 of those hours.
Are you playing video games?
Yeah, most of them.
Okay. Just need to make sure that that's well documented.
Yeah.
That
I mean, I was
Tiffany-
I was tending to Tiff too.
Tiffany
I mean,
is in labor for 36 hours.
Did you ever
and
pass
play
the
video
sticks to her? Did you ever let her play?
yeah, we were we were playing some Fall Guys, watching some Young Sheldon.
games? Nice.
On the Switch?
No, on her laptop.
Oh.
We were watching Young Sheldon. Yeah.
Yeah, those TVs kind of suck, right?
Oh, they were
don't-
terrible.
Oh, brutal.
They suck.
Yeah.
Like
Terrible.
you all this hospital, you got all these machines, $1 million MRI, and you can't get like a $500.
I couldn't even
smart
find
TV?
the remote to the TV in our hospital room. I didn't turn it on one time. I didn't watch any TV while I was in the hospital.
Yeah. They're
But
terrible.
so she finally got to the point where she was ready to start pushing, and that part was flew. Like she pushed 5 times, and the baby was out.
Nice.
Like the lady was like, came in, she's like, all right, do your little round of couple breaths and pushes, and then okay, stop, and then do it again. She was like, oh shit, I guess I got to go get gowned up.
Were you like preparing for like a long push session? Like were you
I don't-
geared up for it? or
I don't
were
know.
you
Like when I'm doing the anesthesia for the, it's like CSA, I'm not in the room for this stuff, so I've never been a part of this. So I didn't know. I know that phase can last for hours. I know our buddy Will Wilson called me, and he said that his wife, it took hours to get through that phase. So he was like, "Dude, what the hell?"
that was us, right? That was that's what Megan, and then eventually she had to
Yeah.
do a C-section.
You know, Will Wilson was right down the hall from me.
Yeah, I didn't know.
How crazy is that?
That's
That's
wild.
wild.
And you guys
Yeah.
didn't even like hang out at all.
Yeah, we did.
Oh, you did? Okay. Cool.
Yeah, yeah.
They went and ate together.
Me and Will went and got breakfast like every morning.
Oh, that's so nice.
I
A
texted
nice
him,
little date with
hey,
Will.
bro, I'm going to get some food.
That's
You want to
so
roll
nice.
with?
But
Hey,
yeah,
dude. Hey, Will.
Yeah, I
you
got to
up?
get out of here.
hey, you up?
Robo's hitting him with the "you up" text message.
Yeah, so it was pretty crazy. Went really fast. She lost almost no blood. Like the normal blood loss for the vaginal delivery is like 500 milliliters of blood loss. She lost like 250 or something, like half of it.
Nice.
She didn't tear at all, which they were all shocked at how fast it went, and she didn't have any problems with that. So yeah, the baby came out, clamped the cord, all that stuff, got him over there. They didn't like the way that he was breathing. Like there was some like grunting stuff going on, but he was like pinked up real nice. Put him on the thing. He was saturating well. And they were like, okay, I mean, that's fine, whatever. So got him all cleaned up, got everything done. All the people came in.
Do you remember how big he was?
He was 6 pounds, 7 ounces, and 20 inches long.
Okay.
So real small. I mean, not real
That's
small,
long,
but pretty
though.
small.
That's long though. 20 inches.
Yeah.
That's pretty.
Yeah, he was just
Pretty tall.
yeah, he was just on the smaller side. But And so we ended up delivering at 11:04 p.m. So all the parents had been there. Her water broke at 1:30. So all the parents had been there the entire day. My parents had to leave because it was like my dad had to go do like breathing treatments and stuff. And her parents ended up staying. Visitors hours ends at like 9:00, but they were like the circumstance they can come in, like say hi, but like that's it, like see the baby and then leave, like 10 minutes thing. So they came in at like 12:45 in the morning.
Shit.
By the time everything got settled in and all that stuff done was probably like 2:30. The baby was like fussy, everything. So I'm just like walking. Tiff's like high as a kite on magnesium and like tired as shit. So she's just in the bed. I'm walking around with this baby. First time I've ever really held a baby. Even when I was in school, I refused to hold the babies. I was like, no. I was like, I'll do the anesthesia, but I'm not holding him. But so I like walked him around for like an hour, and like my eyes are like rolling in the back of my head because I had been awake for just as long.
I was gonna say, when is the crash? And we're back. We had the batteries. They died, and I kick it to Abs.
Why are we still using batteries for over 25 episodes in? It's because we don't have a sponsor. We can't monetize this thing and get some
Can't even afford
better
fucking
materials.
batteries.
We're relying on fucking rechargeable ass batteries.
Guys,
Yeah,
we're
this-
trying to give you guys high quality advice. All we ask in return
Some
Is-
fucking batteries.
is a like and a follow.
What if somebody listened to this and they shipped us like a truckload of double A's?
I would take
Sick.
it.
We'd still have to.
Batteries are expensive.
We'd still have
You
to
just have to
switch them.
switch them.
Still have to switch them.
Well, fair.
Right. It's not that we don't have batteries. It's that we didn't put in new batteries.
The problem is we have a terrible battery tester that told me that they were good. So
Transfer
anyways.
the blame to the battery tester. Okay, it's the battery tester's
Yeah.
fault.
All right.
Not
so
the battery changer.
So let's get back. So before all this crap went to the crazy, what were we talking about? So yeah, so
Before all this crap went to the crazy.
yeah.
I think you had a stroke. You said a
Go
stroke.
on with the chorus.
All right.
We're gonna call it the crash.
The crash. Before the crash. Oh yeah.
No.
No.
No,
God,
what?
dude.
No, your crash.
All right. We're in shambles. Yeah. So
Not we. Not we.
You got a mouse in your pocket?
When we become French.
me and Ratatouille are in shambles.
Wee wee over here.
Oui.
the Tour de Calais, that bike race in France.
Bike race in France.
Nice.
All right. So yeah. So
Hey, she's doing good with that, by the way. Nobody asked me.
congratulations.
What, Tour de Calais?
You had an opportunity to give updates.
She's,
you didn't
she's
bring it
blood
up.
doping, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
Got,
So
got one ball.
So yeah, so the baby comes out. We
Hashtag
went through all the
Livestrong.
stuff, and
Do you remember? Let's hold on. We'll pause your thing for a second. Do you
Big
remember
those
how
Livestrong bands
dude,
were.
everybody had them, dude? What? That was
Dude,
wild.
let me. Yes,
Abs
those
still
are big,
has the original.
No, I don't. But you know who I saw? I saw a person wearing a fighting necklace the other day.
Oh, that was so stupid.
Oh, dude.
And I think he had a bracelet. I think he had a fighting bracelet and a fighting necklace on.
what do you gonna say? He had puka shells on too.
No, he didn't have puka shells on.
Did
but
you,
man,
you ever run into the people selling those things?
you want to talk about the biggest scam? The guy was like, "Stand on one foot. I'll knock you over in a second. Put this necklace on. Now stand on one foot."
Can you
I can't even-
take the microphone out of the back of your throat?
Oh.
Jesus Christ, dude.
Sorry, I get fired up talking about things
fight.
that work.
No, the Livestrong thing was so crazy. Like, it was so enormous. Did he Did they start that trend of like everybody do a little rubbery bracelet thing? Was that a thing before Livestrong?
I
or-
think that might have been like the
that
first
started-
Was that
one
bef-
started it.
was that before or after Silly Bands?
that was after Silly Bands.
Silly bands?
Silly Bands?
Silly
were
Bands
like,
was the bracelet.
yawn.
Silly Bands was the bracelet that when you took it off was the shape of an animal.
Yeah.
Was
You
that-
remember
I think-
that? And then girls would wear like 30 of them.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
And they'd be like, "Oh, that's cool. Can I have that?" And then they like just
yeah,
have
yeah,
them all.
yeah, and you trade Silly
Yeah.
Bands.
Yeah.
Cool.
At
story.
your school,
Wait,
they just
wait.
I
at your
guess you had
school,
to be there.
at your school they just like brought like guns and cocaine, right? They didn't wear silly bands,
What about?
Correct.
right?
I think the OG Livestrong was the slap bracelet, right? That was the OG. That's where it started.
the slap bracelet. Weren't those
I have
rulers?
slap koozies.
Nice.
What? I don't remember the slap.
The slap bracelet. It's like the little the piece of plastic like like window
Yeah.
blind, and you would go, and it would around your wrist.
I don't remember that. I just remember that being a ruler. I have a ruler that does that. I don't remember it being a bracelet. I don't know.
Right, it's a ruler that you wear on your wrist.
Oh God, I know that explains
Yeah.
it.
All right, Jaime, go
Okay,
on.
so
back.
Oh, okay, cool.
Phil's back in.
And
Yeah.
So the
So
crash.
we the baby was out. We went through all the stuff, and they came in. I was like dying, and they said we'll take the baby for an hour if you guys can get some sleep. So I pass out, and I wake up. This is like 3:45, 4 o'clock in the morning now. The Tiff like yelling at me to wake up, and they come in the room and they're like, "Yeah, so while we had the baby, he started to look a little bit like dusky, like wrong colored, and so we put him on the monitors to like read his saturations and stuff, and he wasn't doing well. So we took him over to the NICU to get him on some oxygen and stuff, and basically he's gonna need some help. So we're gonna have to send him over to Wolfson's."
Did you hear that?
what the fuck are you doing?
That was like
Can you let Jaime finish
what
his
is this
story,
episode?
that
bro?
was like an internal burp. Did you hear that?
Abs is hungry.
This guy won't let his yawns out. You won't keep your burps in, dude. What is
No,
going
it
on?
did. It was like I think I was keeping it, and it like went back into my stomach.
What's that movie from like the 90s where it's like Seymour? What is that like? What is that?
That was
Imagine
so
like a-
gross.
Little shop of horrors.
A demon within you trying to escape. Let me out of here.
And I just
Okay,
kicked it.
now can we get back to a
Sorry,
very
sorry.
extremely stressful and serious moment in Cardwell's life? Potentially a life-defining moment?
I
And
tried to. I didn't do it on
hold your
purpose.
goddamn burps and let him finish his story. What kind of podcast is this?
Sorry,
Is this a
sorry.
joke?
No,
of
this
a
is
podcast?
serious. This is
We're
serious.
serious fathers giving serious advice about life.
Everybody, tighten up. Let's go.
God damn it. Okay, your kid, he's
So
losing
on the
color.
oxygen.
He's
Yeah,
losing-
so at this point, they tell me they need to send him on a helicopter to Wolfson's,
I've heard this part, but
Yeah.
I have questions for you.
and so they were like, all right, well, Tiff's in bed with a catheter and on magnesium and Hyzakite, so I had to go over there by myself.
No, how far is that for those that don't know what Wolfson's means?
It's like the other side of town, like a probably
that-
like
for those who don't know- hold on,
for me it
for
would
those-
be
for those who don't know the town.
For me it would be like a 40-minute drive. For them, it's like a 8-minute helicopter.
Right. So for you to, so you're saying you're basically saying that they're taking your child at least 40 minutes away in a car,
Correct.
and Tiff is still in the bed, not going anywhere.
Yes,
It's the other side of town, the largest town land wise in the country.
Right. Also that.
So I go to the little NICU area, and I walk in there, and my kid has oxygen in his nose. He's got a tube going down into his stomach to like suction out his stomach. He's got a big ass IV that takes up like half of his arm. And I was just like, it was super emotional. It was like rough. And I'm like used to that stuff, but like when was not ready for that. So they finally come. The helicopter people bring this like giant like box that they put the baby in to transfer him. And so they say like, yeah, we can go by like Tiff's room and stuff to see him before we leave. So we go in there. There's actually a picture of me up. It's just like you can see on my face. I'm just like, what is happening right now? Like I'm exhausted, been like crying, and I don't know what the hell's going on. So they take the kid away. I hang out with Tiff. Her parents stay with
It's
her.
roughly what, 5 a.m. What time is it?
Like 6 at this point.
6 a.m.
So, yeah. I leave them. I go home to like just shower before I go over to Wolfson's, and I walk in the house, and Tiff's cousin, who lives a street over from us, had decorated the house with like a bunch of like congratulations balloons and like 0 like birthday stuff like that. And I'm just like looking around, like, well, this is kind of sad. And I'm like, all right, whatever. And I went to go take a shower, like get some stuff together, and like go to the hospital. I get over there, and I get in his room, and he's just like laying in the warmer. And they were like, I was just like looking, I was like, there's not any oxygen on him. And they were like, Yeah, so like he was on like CPAP on the helicopter, it's like continuous pressure, and so we got him here, put him in, and we were transferring him back over to it, and he was just doing fine. So we just left him on room air.
Insurance fraud. That's what that is.
Sounds like your kid's a big fat faker.
No, I think, he just
wanted
wanted
a free
helicopter
ride in a chopper.
Wolfson's insurance fraud.
So hold on. Why did they have to transfer hospitals?
Because the NICU, there was only a
they
NICU
couldn't
at the
take
other
care of
hospital.
him there. Honestly, this is bullshit. So they changed the rules of the NICUs. It was like a stupid reason why they couldn't do it. They had all the stuff to treat him there.
Yeah.
They weren't deemed the certain type of NICU because they didn't have a window.
I want to be very clear. They would have treated them there had you had bad insurance or no insurance.
No, they were legally not allowed to.
I don't know, man. That seems very weird.
No, it was bullshit.
Yeah.
But anyways, so we get over there, and he's still got like the OG tube down and all this crap. But so they were like, yeah, we'll just if you guys are okay with it, we can like bridge with the formula, because the way we get him out of here is get him off of this IV fluid and onto formula and actually eating. Mm-hmm. So we start that process, get him eating. They take the tube out, and I'm just like sitting there in the room by myself for as if I didn't feel unprepared as it was to be a dad. Now I'm like immediately like, all right, go across town, do it by yourself.
Right.
I was like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
But the nurses
At a hospital
and stuff,
that you don't go to, right?
No, I don't
so
go
You don't
there.
know that hospital.
No.
Now you're like everybody else, right?
Yeah.
Nobody knows you in the hospital.
Right, you're
It's a
not
hospital
allowed-
that you don't know.
You're not allowed in the doctor's lounge there.
Right.
I can go shit in my hand for all they care.
Right.
But I went over there, and like for a day and a half I was there by myself. But the nurses were so great over there. Like it was awesome. Like my kid was tiny, but compared to the kids that they had in that NICU was like a superhero.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
and then it ended up working out because he did great, and Tiff got over there, and they kind of showed me how to like feed him and like change the diapers.
So
and
Tiff came
give the
there.
Yeah, after she got discharged that next day, she went home because she got out really late and just like slept at home, and then came over the next morning. So she got over on Tuesday morning, and we got discharged from Wolfson's like Tuesday around
See,
like
that's
4
crazy.
o'clock.
If she had a C-section, she would have never been able to leave that room.
Yeah.
No, so again, because they like knew me and they knew the situation, she wasn't even in the hospital for 24 hours. Like
Right.
they got her out in like 20 hours or something
That's
like that.
crazy.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, like as soon as they could get the magnesium off, they were like, okay, like if you're cool with it and your parents got you, just like go. And
that's cool.
so she went and slept at home and then came over. And then Tuesday, the baby was born on Sunday at 11 p.m. and we were out of Wolfson's Tuesday at like 3 p.m.
That's wild.
Dang.
When Janie Janie had talked to Tiffany and mentioned that the baby had to be flown over to Wolfson's. I sent Janie 2 text messages. The first one was, "Holy shit! Like, is the baby okay?" Yeah, baby's fine. Like they're out or whatever. The second text message was, "Did Cardwell get to fly in the helicopter too?"
Nope.
She said no. I was like, damn.
Damn, that's crazy.
That would have been dope if you did.
It would have been pretty cool. But no, they don't have a whole lot of room to work with in there, especially with you should have seen the size of this baby box that they had him in. Like
I saw the picture. It looked pretty big.
it was huge. But yeah, so everything went great. They basically what they said was a mixture of the magnesium that she was getting does make it through to the baby,
Right.
and can make like a depressing effect on like respirations. So when he came out, he didn't have the strength to like transfer over to like adult lungs, like get all the water and amniotic fluid out of his lungs. He didn't have the strength to cough it up. And so another thing is while you're in the birth canal, it's so tight you actually squeeze a lot of the fluid out of the lungs on the way out. She only pushed like 5 times.
Yeah.
So between the two, he just had too much like fluid still in his lungs and he couldn't get it out. So he did fine. And then after like 2 hours, he kind of just got tired and just couldn't do it anymore. So they had to get him some help.
I think it's crazy how everybody's got a story that's, a little unique or different. That's when I was born, my dad always tells a story where I had done so many flips that I had like as soon as I came out, the first thing the doctor said was, "Well, you don't see this every day." And my dad's like, "What the fuck is this doctor talking about? You got 3 eyes, you got 4 toes. What's?" And he goes, "Look, his umbilical cord's tied in a knot." And he's like, "Is he okay?" And he's like, "Oh yeah, he's fine." And my dad's like, "Well, why the fuck would you say that?" But he freaked out, a little mini freak out. But if I would have tightened it, then that's problematic, right? There's an emergency thing.
Done so, yeah.
But if you tie that in knots, so it was really just a matter of like time before I would have tightened that up. So everybody's got a story. It's hey, we pushed for 6 hours and then we had a C-section, or we had twin this and whatever, or there's always something. I got placenta on my arm. Where do I wash it off? There's always a story. It's crazy.
Robo, my wife almost died.
Yeah.
Yeah.
When I was born, I was born like 2 months premature. So like I'm a walking miracle.
Yeah.
You really are.
Yeah.
I could feel that the first time I met you.
Yeah. Makes sense. But like I'm pretty sure like my mom went into the hospital like from work or something like that, and my dad was like, "This better be the real thing. The Simpsons is on."
Your dad seems like a Simpsons guy.
Awesome.
Yeah, but you gotta think like that was like peak era Simpsons.
Yeah.
So I kind of get it, right?
And there was no TiVo.
There's no TiVo. You can't.
You had
If
to
you
watch
miss
it
the
live.
episode, like I'm gonna
Yeah,
miss
you had
the
to watch it
episode.
live.
Yeah. You'll have to watch a rerun.
You gotta buy like the
3 a.m.
whole entire DVD set when it comes out. It's like I can afford that. It's crazy.
VHS back then.
Damn, you're right. Betamax.
Any other birth story parts? Pretty much the whole
dude,
story?
there was a big one. I learned don't eat a lot of cashews.
What?
'Cause I
What?
so I lived off of cashews that whole like 36 hours
Heroin,
we were in there.
Okay.
And when I got to Wolfson's and I had my first poop, I was like, "Oh, that was strange. That felt weird." And I looked down the toilet and there was just oil in the toilet. Like orange, bright orange.
Dude,
like you know what you make
This is
popcorn
not
with?
what this podcast is about.
No.
We are not talking about bowel movements.
Oh,
on
yes,
this
we are.
podcast.
Hold on.
No.
Unless they're baby shit.
No. I think this is very legitimate. This is.
I didn't know
This
this.
is good
This is
advice.
look. You bring your snack.
I'm thinking cat.
Alexa, stop.
What the fuck?
Anyways.
She was about to play something.
So
Hold on.
about bowel
This is very
movements?
serious because we talk about. Is everything okay?
Yeah.
Sorry, I thought I heard something. We talk about the snacks that we bring, and you're nervous eating, right? When you're in that delivery room.
It's true. It's
So
true.
if the snack of choice is cashews,
I'm thinking that cashews are like healthy like nuts, all stuff.
protein, it should keep me
I didn't know.
satiated.
Yeah.
You eat a lot of those, your body can't handle all of the fat content in those cashews, so it literally just gets it out as oil, like
So would you eat like a pound of cashews in 24 hours?
like a half of a Costco bag of cashews.
Jesus.
She's just like nervous.
Yeah,
eating
dude,
cashews.
So
I was-
no. So on top of all this stuff, I'm like, oh shit, I think I'm dying. Like
This
my
is
baby almost died. Tiff's at another hospital, and
This is
think
just in
I'm
like
dying.
liquid diarrhea form.
No.
Just
Like,
oil.
do you know when you
No,
make?
there was
Do you
no
know when you
poop?
make
There's no
popcorn?
solidity at all.
You know when
It's
you
just
make popcorn,
firm-
that
yeah.
orange oil that you pop the popcorn with, that is what it looked like.
but no solids. at all.
Nothing but orange oil.
So it was diarrhea.
There
It was
I
water.
wouldn't
It
even
was
consider
liquid.
that.
It was liquid though. Like you went to push
Yeah.
like a poop out, and it was liquid.
Yeah.
He peed out his butthole.
You peed out your butthole, and then you look in it, and you went, "That sounded like water coming out of my butt." Is
Yeah.
that what you thought? And then you look because
Jokes on me, it was oil.
because everybody looks, right? Who doesn't look when you have something that's abnormal?
I mean, I wish I didn't look.
Yeah,
We
you, should
wouldn't have
always,
this
you should
story.
always look. You should always
Yeah.
look.
That's true.
And then you
That's-
saw oil.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's good advice though. Like, make sure the dads don't eat a ton of cashews. Like,
Don't
I
eat
went
too
the
many
other route.
cashews.
I was nervous snacking on pub subs. so
Probably
I,
better outcome.
I loaded up with like 4 pub subs.
What the fuck?
Dude, I had such bad heartburn. I don't. Oh my god.
Oh, I
had such
crushed,
bad
dude. I had a whole Taylor's dad. He brought me a whole gift bag from like Buc-ee's. It was like beef jerky, candy.
God, talk about heartburn.
Dude, oh man, I was tearing up
Bucky's
some
nuggets and
snacks,
cashews.
dude. I had so much. But then Janie's parents were great. They brought so much food. We had like Jersey Mike's and Al's Pizza and all kinds of stuff. It
So
was
there you
good.
go. What a great way to end an episode. Just us talking about food. It all comes back to fucking food.
Yeah.
But that was an amazing story. We'll get into the the first stint of at home
Yeah,
dad life on our next episode.
Yeah.
Right. So
Obviously,
stay tuned for that
obviously,
one.
it hasn't been too terrible because I'm here.
Yeah.
And that's crazy that with a what 6-day-old. Yeah.
Um,
Tomorrow's 1 week.
8-day-old.
Oh, okay.
days.
So so okay.
8 day.
So 8 days old, you were able to get out of the house and shoot a podcast.
I told you, Tiff, my Christian McCaffrey.
She's a super mom, that's for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I'm Brock Purdy.
I like that.
And I
sinking
poop oil.
I like that you're sinking into that.
You said you were Caleb.
No, he's
Williams.
sinking into Brock Purdy. I like it.
All right. And then,
But,
next,
yeah.
next week you can go on a bachelor party like I did 2 weeks after my kid was born.
That's fucking crazy.
That's insane.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you'll do it. It'll be good.
Whose bachelor party did you go on?
I went to Cardinals.
Mine.
Well, you know what? I think I did make a good move. I mean,
And then you didn't come to mine.
we changed it. Yeah, you should have come to his, bro. You would have had so much fun. We were sitting on them 6s
Couldn't.
and 8s, dog.
6s and 8s.
Oh, man.
Dude, I get so many Royal Caribbean letters in the mail. Every time I get the mail, there's a new Royal
Yeah.
Caribbean.
Oh, yeah.
You want a free cruise? Interior stateroom, exterior stateroom, wherever you want. Because I gambled so much on that last one.
Yeah, we met Dane Cook.
Oh man,
We met Dane Cook on a roulette table.
I would have been gambling so much they'd offer me.
Wasn't actually
fucking
Dane Cook,
ship.
but it might as well have been.
That's great.
Yeah, I got a pretty good deal on the one I'm taking Janie on. So
All right, next episode we'll talk about cruises and first couple
Boozes.
weeks as a
yeah,
Home life.
cruises and boozes.
Yeah.
home life, man. That's when it gets serious.
Yeah, I will say the last
no
thing I'm going to
nurses
say.
there to help
The
you.
last thing that I'm going to say is, yeah, I got a lot of stuff to say about it at home, but it hasn't been nearly as bad as I thought it was going to be this early on. This part has been pretty good, but
You're still at the point though where the baby
you
doesn't realize
and Strack,
they're out of the womb.
superheroes. Like, it's easy with us both being home right now. How you guys did it, like single parents or twins. I don't know how
Yeah.
you do that.
Very
You
carefully.
just yawn.
Props.
Guys are-
You
Just yawn
30
all the time.
Guy's a walking miracle. We've already cleared that
Let's.
up.
I'm very curious to see how the next episode begins. If you have the same demeanor as you do right now, because you've had, I don't want to say it easy, but you've had pretty good sleeps for the first week. Which
Pretty
is not-
wide-eyed and bushy-tailed right here.
Not always the case.
Oh baby.
Don't jinx it, my man.
Well,
We had one bad night, but
Yeah.
yeah, that was pretty.
Well, there
much
you
it.
go. That's your episode.
All right, yeah, we'll hit you with a part 2 in a little while here, and we will get new batteries every time from now on out.
Quarter of a century.
Quarter of a
Here we
century.
go.